Hi and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the Sennheiser Profile USB microphone and the Sennheiser HD 400 Pro headphones. Let's get started. All audio in this video is being recorded on the USB Profile mic. I won't be touching the audio in post-processing except maybe to add a little bit of gain if necessary. Now, full disclaimer, Sennheiser did send me both the Profile mic and the headphones to review, with all thoughts and opinions being my own. So what comes in the box? As you can see, the mic comes already set up. You just need to slide it out. It is already attached to the base that sits on the desktop, but you can unscrew this if you want to attach it to a boom arm. It also comes with a USB-C cable, a quick start guide, and a full product guide as well. This is a USB-C powered mic. It is a condenser mic with a cardioid pickup pattern. It has an adjustable tilt function on your desktop. It has soft touch mute buttons with an LED ring to show when it is muted. There's a gain control knob with an LED ring to show if you're clipping, and it has a mix control as well for balancing your microphone and device level. And in addition to that, there is a 3.5mm headphone output for audio monitoring and a headphone volume control knob. So far, I've had this microphone on the stand about 6 inches away from me. I'm speaking just slightly off axis, but let's put it on the stand it came with and see how it does. So this microphone is now flat on the desktop, not on the boom arm anymore. You can hear it's picking my voice just a little bit differently. I'm also about 8 to 10 inches away. I'm going to angle it so we can hear it, hopefully pick up my voice a little bit more. Now I'm going to speak into it like if I were on a meeting. Let's turn this direction. It is angled so that it can pick up my voice, and let's see how this sounds. While we have it angled, let's do a pickup pattern on the angle. We are going to talk into the microphone in this direction, and this is 90 degrees here. 180 with it angled, and the last side it is still angled. Let's try this straight. And when straight, this is what it's going to sound like when speaking straight on, to the side, to the back, to the side, and back to the front. Maybe not picking up my voice quite as well since we don't have it angled. Let's angle it again. Back to the camera with it angled. Let's talk plosives. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. This is on the angle. I'm hoping it's not going to pick up too much since we're kind of speaking over it. And if I just take it straight and straight up, let's see about plosives at the recommended 6 inches. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. We'll check how that comes out when we listen back to it. Let's do some noise tests. So very common in this situation that we might be wanting to type on the computer. Let's see what it's going to be like if I am typing on a keyboard. What kind of sound does this pick up with my voice? And mouse clicks. Now this is a very noisy mouse. Hopefully your mouse isn't quite that noisy. Table bumps. Now, as a condenser microphone, this is going to be picking up a lot more than a dynamic microphone, especially if that dynamic were actually at the right level and we're really up close on it. So what about using this microphone for something more than just the voice? Let's see how it does on a couple of music tests here. Now this piano sound is going to be a little bit boxy because I do have it routed out of these speakers, but let's see how this goes. Let's check the upper register. Mids. Not a violinist, but let's see how it picks up violin on some very badly played violin. And let's do some plucks. So maybe as like a guitar, something is going to be similar, at least in terms of how it's picking up the plucks, if not the same registers. Pros and cons, I think that this is a great microphone for the price. It's really well built. I love the options. The soft touch mute button is nice, but just having the microphone gain control right there, along with the visual signal of if you're clipping or not. Though to be fair, when I did vocal warm-ups and a little bit more testing, it did not show me that I was clipping, but I heard that I was clipping. So it has to be clipping pretty hard for it to change to orange. I tested this with Audacity, OBS, Zoom, Google Meets, QuickTime Player. It did not work in Cubase, but I think that was on Cubase. The flip side to this being a condenser mic is that it is picking up a lot of sound, and if you are looking for something that really isolates the voice more, you're better off looking into a dynamic mic and mounting it on a boom arm to reject more noise than this one does. However, for teaching music lessons online, for anything like that where you really want to be able to hear what's going on, this is a great mic, especially since it's easy plug and play. Now let's take a look at the Sennheiser HD400 Pro headphones. So what comes in the box? The Sennheiser HD400 Pro headphones come with 2 cable options as well as a 1/4-inch jack so that you can use these headphones with a regular 3.5mm headphone output or an audio interface. These are open back headphones designed to be a more affordable headphone investment for mixing. Their frequency response range is 6 Hz to 36 kHz. They do have tilted transducers in order to recreate the triangular listening environment that you'd want with properly placed and measured monitors. They have an impedance of 120 ohms, so definitely more geared towards a desktop listening experience. Here's an example of their response based on Sound ID's calibration. So for headphones in this price point, pretty neutral, though if you'd want a truly flat response, you'd want to use something like Sound ID anyway. So these headphones, I like their padding. They have a fair amount of really cushy padding, which feels great when they're on. The clamp force is slightly more than I would like in a pair of headphones like this, but I think that's because they are brand new. At the same time, I will say they are completely comfortable with my glasses, which I know for other glasses wearers, finding headphones that are comfortable with glasses can definitely be a challenge. These are open back headphones, which may mean that you're fearing headphone bleed and how much noise that is going to let out. Let's do a quick test on this microphone to see what that is like. So I'm going to face this and we're going to see how much sound we're getting back out into these headphones. Let's talk thoughts. I like these headphones. I like open back headphones. I think they work really well for teaching online. I always use headphones when teaching online. That way I'm not sending back signal back into the microphone. I find them to be really comfortable. As I've said, I've actually used Sennheiser headphones in different forms throughout the years. These ones are a little bit different than my current ones. I feel that they have a little bit more bass than the HD600s, but I like that it doesn't feel excessive. It feels pretty flat, pretty neutral for the most part. I would need to get used to listening to them, which brings me to a very important part is if you're using headphones or in any listening situation, you need to know your tools. If your room isn't treated, it's not going to sound great if you're using speakers. If you're using headphones, it fixes the room being treated, but you need to get used to working on headphones and primarily work on headphones. You can use something like Sound ID to make sure that everything is always perfect, but for headphones for this price, for comfort, for their response, I would definitely recommend getting in these Sennheiser HD400 Pros. One final thought, there is a streaming set you can get with this microphone. It doesn't come with headphones, but it comes with a microphone, it comes with a boom arm, and a longer USB cable. And if you're looking for this kind of setup where it's actually at a better height for your voice, I would definitely recommend getting the streaming set, especially with an arm that is going to be well made. In my experience, cheaper arms tend to move around a lot and not stay at the exact height that you need them to stay, so I would definitely look into the Sennheiser Profile streaming set if you want one with an arm and if you prefer this kind of setup. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking with me today as I did some tests on the microphone and headphones. I would say this is definitely a great set to get if you're interested, especially in getting into a quick and plug and play easy headphone mic combination. Headphones are a little bit pricier, but I would say they are fantastic if you're looking for quality over time, and the microphone is really well built, so I would say that it is a great option for teaching online as a condenser microphone or anything where you really want to be able to pick up more in your environment than maybe a dynamic microphone would. Thank you so much for watching and take care.